Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in downtown Springfield, Illinois. As you can see, the state capitol is right behind me, but I'm right across from the building where one of the greatest Midwest culinary creations was ever made. And I can't really say it was one of the greatest, but yeah, somebody had the bright idea of putting toast, meat, french fries, and cheese sauce all together on one plate. I mean, yeah, I know what you're probably thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing. A 5-year-old could have created that. But it took a lot of skill to get the perfect horseshoe sandwich going. All right, I'll tell you more about it. There's a historical marker that was recently erected that tells all about it. Then you'll see me eat a horseshoe later on this video. How about that? All right, here we go. So like I said, this is Capitol Avenue, and that is the old Leland Hotel. It is no longer a hotel. It is actually the site of Illinois Commerce Commission. There's your 2 seconds of fame there, buddy. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. I mean, it looks like a very, very old school hotel. I don't really know very much about the history of the hotel, but I do know some stuff about the chef. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cross the street and tell you more about it. So it was last year, I think in the summertime, that they decided to put a historical marker here because Central Illinois, especially Springfield and Lincoln and a few other parts of Central Illinois, they are commonly associated with the horseshoe. So here it is, home of the original signature horseshoe sandwich. Created in 1928, wow, that's almost 100 years, at the Leland Hotel by Chef Joe Schweska. The name horseshoe was derived from the shape of the cut of ham used in the original sandwich. The french fries represent the nails of the shoe. Then the sizzle platter represents the hot anvil. Okay. This culinary delight can be found at almost any Springfield eatery with a variety of creative options to choose from. And yes, they do have the last part right. There are at least 65 places where you can get the horseshoe. And I can name at least, a few of the places. And one of the places I've eaten at commonly when I'm in Springfield is Darcy's Pint. I'll see if I can go there later on this video. But you can also get them in some parts of Southern Illinois, but you really gotta know where to look. Like some places off Route 66, such as the Ariston Cafe in Litchfield. There's Sergeant Pepper's restaurant in Edwardsville, even though it's gonna be closing a month from now, but I always love their horseshoes. Some local bars and taverns also have them, but they do it their own way. So what is a horseshoe sandwich? Okay, so basically you start out, like the plate. Then you have toast. It's basically an open-faced sandwich. And then it could be white toast, whatever you want, but I always prefer white toast. Then you can have your choice of meat. It could be hamburger, ham, it could be turkey, it could be roast beef. Buffalo chicken horseshoes have become very popular, especially the spicy kind. And then you have a liberal amount application of fries. I mean, they gotta be hot, piping hot. And then you have cheese sauce. Usually it's like basic cheese, basic yellow cheese. It can be beer cheese. It can also be spicy white cheese, which is my favorite. Now, I've been to the Motorhead's Bar and Grill, which is on Route 66 recently, and I had one of their horseshoes, and I mean, it was okay, but their only option was beer cheese. And I mean, I don't have anything against beer cheese. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those that it doesn't really melt that well. It hardens up, There are many variations. There's also the Slinger, which is popular in St. Louis. It's kind of like a horseshoe, but they put chili and a few other ingredients on top. In upstate New York, there's also the garbage plate, where they put a bunch of stuff on top of hamburger or meat. I have yet to try that, but I had friends that lived up there and they were telling me all about it. And then a half serving of a horseshoe is commonly known as the pony shoe. So if you can't handle all that food on your plate, no problem, just get a pony shoe. And then you can also get download the Horseshoe Trail app. I'll put it on the screen or where to go to get it, but you can like check in and win prizes, like go to all the Springfield area restaurants that serve horseshoes and make your mark there. I don't know if there's prizes, but that's just what I hear. And on a personal note, I didn't really know anything about the horseshoes growing up because I live near SIUE, Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville, and I was working in a restaurant, a popular fast food chain, and somebody asked for a horseshoe. And late at night, college kids would come in, and a lot of them would come from Central Illinois, and they'd be like, hey, can I get a horseshoe? I'm like, what the hell is a horseshoe, you know? I mean, even the waitress didn't even know. But then somebody actually filled me in on it, so I tried my best, and then the girl was like, well, the cheese is supposed to go over this. There's supposed to be more and more cheese on this. I'm like, well, you're going to get charged for all the cheese, you know? I'm sorry to say, but yeah. So I learned more about the history of it, and whenever I can get a horseshoe, I'm there. Even if the fanciest thing that I'm craving on the menu is on there, then I'll definitely get a horseshoe. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and go down to Darcy's Pint and get me a horseshoe, and then you'll see what one really looks like. All right, so the place where I normally go for horseshoes in Springfield, Darcy's Pint, they're closed. Yeah, it's Sunday night, and they're also closed on Monday. So I went with another choice, and I've never been here before. It's called the Dublin Pub. And reportedly, they serve really good horseshoes here, and it's just literally down the road from Darcy's, so let's check it out. All right, so pardon the lighting in this room, but yes, this in front of me is the one and only horseshoe sandwich. Now, you can see the bed of fries. You can choose between the pepper jack white cheese or the original, you know, gooey yellow cheese, but I like the spicy kind of cheese better. I mean, the yellow cheese ain't that bad either, but I chose the ham horseshoe. They had choice between a hamburger, turkey, roast beef, but I like ham. And then the bread, Texas toast, it looks like. So yeah, time to devour this thing, but I don't really recommend eating, you know, with ketchup unless you really do want ketchup, but I will add a little bit of Tabasco on it to add a little bit of spice. All right. And sometimes what I like to do, like put a couple fries in my mouth, kind of make my way into the sandwich, or eat it with a knife and fork, just in case. Kind of work my way. Like I said, you can't really see the ham, but you see a little bit of it there. And really, there is no right or wrong way of eating a horseshoe, but I kind of like a little balanced taste to my mouth, if you know what I mean. Like have a little bit of the bread, which has already been soaked with the cheese. Kind of put that in my mouth with a little bit of fries. I need a knife to go with this. Alright, so as the old saying goes, I can't believe I ate the whole thing. But make no mistake, I came here hungry. I hadn't really eaten very much all day, and it definitely hit the spot. But but yeah, I'm full. But it was definitely worth it. I mean, I pretty much tore right through it, and I mean, it was great. I mean, I hate to say it, I've had better horseshoes. The fries were kind of cold and hard, but I'm not going to complain about that, at least not to the server. But if somebody who works here sees this, then critics are your friends. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention was there's also such thing as a breakfast horseshoe or a pony shoe. What you see is a breakfast horseshoe. It's got biscuits and gravy, it's got American fries, well, you can kind of see them right there, and some come with ham, bacon, or sausage. I chose bacon. So yeah, horseshoes can come in many different ways, but unfortunately not all horseshoes are created equal. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, right next to the Horseshoe Sandwich Marker. Ah yes, a wonderful creation that you can only get in Illinois or Central Illinois. So, all right. So whenever you're in Springfield, be sure to find one of those places. All right, I am Jason, sign off.